This slideshow will review the answers to the video called Let's Stuff by Graham Hill. The first question asks you to think about the types of evidence the speaker used to make his argument. This is a typical MCA style question. If you think about the video and you remember what you saw, he used numbers. He talked about the $22 billion storage industry. He used many photos. He talked about personal examples, including his own apartment. The only thing he did not include were expert opinions. Answer D. This question is asking you to think about why the speaker included a piece of evidence that he did. The answer to why he references the $22 billion personal storage industry is letter C. Because we are buying so much, we have nowhere to put it. We are having to put it in storage. It is not answer D. He is not trying to attack the storage industry. It is not answer B. He actually suggests that we have 3 times more space than 50 years ago. And it is not answer A because he never says we are doing a good job clearing our stuff. The answer again is C. Question 3 is a literal question where you can look right back in the text, in the speech, and find the answer. The question asks, according to the speaker, having a lot of stuff can lead to all of the following except. And there's even a photograph where he says that it can lead to B, stress, C, debt, and D, a negative impact on the environment. The correct answer is A. The speaker does not think that having more stuff leads to happiness. So A is the correct answer. This question is asking you to figure out what a word or a phrase means in context. If you have heard of the phrase carbon footprint or environmental footprint or ecological footprint, then that gives you an advantage. But even if you haven't, you should be able to figure out the answer. If you know the definition, it means the measure of human demand on Earth's ecosystems. So that would lead us to see that he means demanding fewer natural resources or using less. But even if you don't know that, you should be able to figure out the answer to this question using several tools. First of all, C really connects the best to his main point, and a lot of times these questions connect to the main point. A is meant to trick you. You're talking about footprints, and footprints make messes, but he's not talking about being messy. B is also too extreme. He never talks about marching in rallies to support the environment. And D is not in the text. He never talks about creating habitats for animals. So you don't need to necessarily know the definition to get to the correct answer, which is C. This question again is asking you to figure out what a word means in context. When the speaker says we should find items that are multifunctional, he means B, things that can serve more than one purpose. One way you might arrive at that answer is knowing that functional could be related to purpose because you know that word. The other thing you can do is think about the examples that he gave. When he used the word multifunctional, he then threw in several examples. For instance, a sink that could also be a toilet, a dining room table that could convert into a bed, and a coffee table that could convert into a dining room table that seats 10. So the examples help clarify his meaning. While in other points in the speech he talks about computerized things, it's not referenced in this part when he talks about things that are multifunctional. He doesn't talk about the different colors, and he does, in an earlier part of the speech, say that we should collect things that we will love for a lifetime, but that is not what he's talking about when he's talking about multifunctional. he's talking about answer B. Number 6 is a main idea question. A main idea question is an inferential question where you have to draw a conclusion based on what you read. And you almost always will have to figure out the main idea at some point in the questions. The speaker's main point in this speech is clearly stated in answer choice A. Having less can actually be better than having more. In this speech, the speaker says less equals more twice in the speech. So he literally has said his point quite clearly, the answer being A. While he talks about technology, that's not the main idea of his speech. While he talks about how we sometimes enjoy camping without taking very much, it's a small point in his speech. And while he shows us his apartment, he literally says, I'm not saying we all have to live in 420 square feet apartments. So the answer that is correct is A.